Hola, gringas y gringos.
Hola. Welcome to this week's episode. We're going to give you an update as we have finalized some of our plans, and we're going to let you see it right on the flip side. See you when you come back.
Well, welcome back. I'm Gina.
And I'm Mark.
And we are Gringos Are Us. Expats with a plan.
Yes, we are. And before we start, hold on. You want to fix that?
Oh, okay. Let me get that fixed.
Okay.
Okay.
This week we're glad to make a new announcement. We are an affiliate now of the Mexico Relocation Guide.
Yes, we are. And this guide, if you haven't seen about it yet, we got to tell you, it took us several months to get it. And once we did, we are so happy.
If you paid any attention or saw our spreadsheet videos, you know that we put a lot of work into doing all that data and putting it together so we can make an informed decision.
I'll link that video in the corner.
Mariana's guide offered a tremendous amount of information and value, so we purchased the guide.
Yep. And we found that some of our research she had already done. And furthermore, she keeps up with it. So when things change, she changes the guide.
And there was a lot of things in there that even the spreadsheet hadn't considered. It's a good investment if you're considering moving to Mexico. We highly recommend doing it, and the link will be down below.
And I'll put it on the video as well. But some of the things that you'll find in the Mexico Relocation Guide, the complete Mexico Relocation Guide, are articles and contacts and resources for things such as insurances, healthcare insurance, automobile insurance. There are people you can talk to about real estate, renting,
I&M,
buying, yeah.
The lawyers and the services that can be used with your getting your conhe. So all of those types of services, she has done a great job of not only listing them, but also vetting them as well.
There are numerous sections, and each section has numerous pages of information. So again, we have been big fans. We had already purchased it. We had it. And we're really happy to share our experience with it and recommend it.
Absolutely.
So
now we're going to update you on what's coming up, not only with what we're doing, but what future episodes are going to be dropping. Because as we do it, and we told you, we're going to chronicle it as we go.
yeah.
So, coming up in late July, we are making the run to the storage unit. And
That's like 3 weeks from now, folks. 3 weeks, and it is coming in fast.
all of this is coming in fast.
Yeah.
I mean, part of us sits here and goes, you know, November seems to take forever to get here. But the things that we have to do to get ready to go to November are hitting us quickly.
I mean, let me just put this in perspective. We literally have 3 piles. What is coming with us to Mexico? What are the small limited number of things we want to store until we finally move them to Mexico? And it's not a lot of things at all.
Other than the vinyl.
And then the bulk is what is going to be sold in the estate sale. Now, before we can even get to that, we have to pull everything out of every nook and cranny and sort it in the next 3 weeks. Let me just say, we're pretty anal people. If you didn't see that with that spreadsheet video and the way we pick and everything, all the details, can you imagine what it's like for a person who is that anal to live in that kind of chaos? It's really stressing me out.
if we hadn't saved it to begin with.
Oh, friends. Oh, friends. I have been packing, sorting, pulling things out of closets that I haven't seen for 6 to 10 years, trying to separate my piles into what do we take with us, what do we pack for storage, very little, and what do we sell, most of it. But right now, I mean, I'm sure you've seen by now just how anal we really are with our data collection. Well, imagine being really anal about knowing where everything you have is stored and kept. And then your house just throws up and everything is utter chaos. Allow me to demonstrate. This is my office. That's my desk that I normally work on. That's my chair that I normally sit in. And these are all partially filled boxes and messes and things, art supplies, art supplies, art supplies, art supplies, art supplies, books. The closet is at least almost empty. I do know that I got most of the stuff out of there, and the things that are in there right now, I have an idea of where they're going. My records are packed. Records are packed. Hey, do you happen to know anyone who might be interested in purchasing a Fender Bullet Squire Stratocaster electric guitar branded with Bad Company and autographed by 2 guys in the band, including Paul Rogers? Let me know. Anyway. Yeah, this is just a hot mess, and I don't do well with chaos. I'm living in chaos. It's like hoarders. I'm in hoarder's hell right now.
Some of us are having a harder time determining what needs to go and what needs to stay than others, but
it's true.
Yes. So after that is done, about 3 weeks after that, is the estate sale itself. And at that point, we're going to be able to show you exactly what is going to transpire, how we're preparing, how we got it all done.
Yep.
We are not going to be here for the actual estate sale itself, because if you want to hang around as an owner, they charge you more commission. It makes their job even harder.
I mean, you don't want to be there. You know, you think you want to give this item up for sale, and then you see somebody getting ready to pick it up, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, really? Do I really want to sell it? And all you do is get in the way of the estate salespeople, so I get it.
And suddenly it's an item that they're accepting $2 on, and you know that you spent $20 on it, and you go, but it's worth more. No, let them do their job, get out of their way, and just be done with it.
Well, that's coming up pretty fast too. It really is. So
next on the list is after the estate sale, and we depart here from Western North Carolina and leave the Smoky Mountains in the rearview mirror.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Then we are going to have to figure out which consulate we're going to.
Yeah, we were like, man, okay, look, we were going to go to Atlanta. Well, why are you going to Atlanta? Why aren't you going to Raleigh? Well, because we're about 30 minutes closer to Atlanta. Okay, so now we're not going to Atlanta.
Well, and originally that was during COVID when we made that decision that we were going to Atlanta, and Raleigh was not accepting appointments at the time. And so that's what sort of set us on that path.
And then we found out about how relatively easy McAllen is to work with. So then it was, oh, let's swing up, go down to McAllen. But
there isn't really a swing down. It's a drive no matter what. And
so now we know that Kansas City is an option. It's not advertised as one. Just going to say.
Thank you to one of our subscribers who sent us the information regarding how the Kansas City consulate was working so well. And we would like to get an appointment there, but we got to wait for our passports because we sent them off to be renewed. And since one of the documents that we have to send in is a copy of our passport, we can't do that until they arrive.
So it may be Kansas City. If Kansas City doesn't work out, We'll just hit McAllen on our way down to Mexico.
That's where that is. So that's really still up in the air. We're going to have to figure that one out on the fly.
Yeah.
And we want to take this moment, if you're liking the content here, please make sure to give us the thumbs up.
Give us a like.
Share it.
Subscribe.
And as always, ring that bell.
And, you know, you guys have been awesome lately.
Yes.
My mind is just blown. I cannot believe how fast we've been growing.
Yep. In October, we're going to make our run up South Dakota and do the car and also do the driver's license. And we've had some people since our South Dakota video who have mentioned that, well, you know, you can do Texas.
Yeah.
Because there's no state income tax in Texas, and it is closer. The only thing that is prompting us to do it in South Dakota is the fact that we are not going to have to take the car back every year to have the inspection. That literally is the only reason that we are choosing South Dakota over Texas. Now, the advantage of what's going to probably end up occurring, I don't know if it's an advantage or not, but by the time I'm 65, we will have been there long enough that we might be ready to get rid of the car. And when we get rid of the car and I sign up for Medicare, we will probably switch the mailing service to Texas in case we do need some type of service. Texas is right there across the border instead of having to go all the way to South Dakota.
So if he's got to get medical care, just hop to Texas then. But as long as we have a car, we're going to stick with South Dakota, and then when we don't have the car anymore and we get our permanent residency,
then we can switch it to Texas.
Right.
Yep.
So here we are, South Dakota run in October,
South Dakota run in October.
Yeehaw!
We come home, and now we're counting down the weeks. Mid-November, we will be in Queretaro. We've already booked our location there for the first 2 months. We'll be there in November and December and into January.
At Latitude.
At Latitude, over by the mall. And from there, we will be going to San Miguel de Allendende. And we will be there for 3 months.
Yep.
So that we are there for Easter and into the spring. And we've already booked that. Then we're sort of probably going to go Guanajuato.
Probably.
And after Guanajuato, we're going to try and swing over and do the summer in Merida, Progreso, and Campeche, just so that we can experience the heat.
We figured the best way to find out where we don't belong is to experience the worst possible weather they've got.
Try it when it's at its worst.
Yeah. So, yes, we're going to be in holy summer hell in Merida.
Yes. So we're going to hit those 3, and then come fall, we're going to just basically traverse the country, go to like Villahermosa, San Cristobal de las Casas, and then work our way down to La Crucecita, and then up the coast.
Yeah.
So
just hop around.
We're going to spend that time hopping around, and then eventually work our way over to Ajijic and Chapala. I know Aguas Calientes is on the list, and so it's going to be
San Luis Potosi.
I don't know.
Potosi?
We're going to get a snapshot of that when we drive through it on the way to Queretaro.
True.
So that is what we're up to and where it stands right now.
So, you know, we're going to be sharing, obviously, the trip with the budget, truck rental, moving the stuff. That'll be an update. Of course, when the estate sale comes, that'll be another video update.
You guys are going to be along for all of it. We're going to share it all with you so that you have a first-hand experience. As everything that we can video, we will video.
You know, I'll even ask our estate guy if he's willing to be on camera, just to speak a little bit about what he does and how it works.
Yep.
Well, now this, again, I got to come back to this. Head is just, I don't know what happened. It must be those YouTube algorithms. You know, we keep asking you to like, share, subscribe, because all those things help our channel grow. And some mysterious YouTube clandestine algorithm thing, whatever those likes, subscribes, and shares and ringing bells do, YouTube has put our video out there so many times that we saw growth like double in the past week or so. Incredible.
Yes, we want to thank all of you for taking this on this little rocket ship ride. Now, compared to others, well, we're still not quite out of the stratosphere.
We're small fries.
But the interesting thing about it all really has been that we did not really anticipate growth like this until we got into Mexico. And y'all have just been phenomenal. And all of the comments have been, you know, heartfelt and warming during that one period, and has been extremely informative, sharing the experiences of what has transpired down there and sharing it with the other subscribers. We appreciate that, because the more all of us know, the easier it should be for all of us to get this done.
Indeed.
So
thank you.
Yes, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you very much. So that's where we're at this week. And next week, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do yet.
I have an idea. I'm thinking next week that we could demo the language programs that we're using.
We could.
A little bit, just to give you an idea of what it's like to use Rocket Languages. What is it like to use Duolingo? And I've got a new one, UTalk.
Yes.
So
I haven't yet played with it, but I plan on doing that this week.
Yes. All right.
So that's where we're at, and that's where we'll be this week. We want to thank you all for taking the time to share some of your time with us and spend it with our little family here at Gringos R Us.
Expats with a plan.
We're doing it. You can too. Hasta la vista.
Hasta la próxima vez.